So in today's lesson, we're going to basically launch a web browser. We use Edge, and after Edge has been launched, we'll log into Office 365, make a quick document using the version of Word Online, and also save that somewhere, just to give an idea how to continue using this OneDrive concept. So I'll type in Office 365 just now, see what pops up in the browser, and there's an option that says Login, so I'll select that one. There's an option that says sign in, so sign into my account. It might remember me, or it hasn't, so I'll have to put my credentials in again. These are basically my email address that I use at the moment. You'll have your own student email address. When you get these options here, select the work or school account, and it'll probably ask me for my password as well, which is over there. So for my password in, sign in. You can save it if you want in the browser. I'll say yes, and I also tell it here to keep me signed in. So next time I come onto this machine, it hopefully will remember I've used it recently. So I'm currently looking at the Office 365 kind of interface here. We've seen this before in previous videos. I'm going to select Word Online. I make a blank document. I already have previous documents here under Recent, but I'll select the blank one. And it takes a couple of seconds. If it's fast enough, you'll then have this sort of interface here. It looks very much like the offline version of Word. Slightly different things for different places, I suppose, but it looks very similar. I'm looking about here thinking to myself, how do I get this text to zoom in a bit? It's a bit small here for my eyes. I'll figure it out in a few minutes once I look through some of the menus. Possibly look at view. Oh, there you go, there's zoom. So I'll use the zoom option here, and I'm going to zoom into 150, and that gives me a better view of this, and then select home again to get the basic tools. What I'll do is I'll type a simple letter. I'll make up some fictitious names, and then at some point we'll save that. Although it does say save just now, it's been saved with a basic default document name. We'll change that in a little while. So let's pretend this is a letter from me. So I'll put my name at the top. I'll put my job title in. Name of my organisation. Some of the address. And I'm not very good at remembering postcodes, so I'll pretend I know it. And we'll say DG27ET, which is not correct, but it's fictitious. I want to send this letter to someone important, so I'll send it to, I'll pick a name. Mrs. A. Grant, MSP, Dumfries and Gallery. It's not the appropriate MP's name, but it's good enough. Now notice all the stuff's on the left-hand side. At some point I will format it about and move things around. So, dear Mrs. Grant, I am writing to inform you of an anti-social issue in Dumfries, brackets, Summerhill area. Again, this is all fictitious. It's not meant to cause any alarm or distress. At the moment, Golf Avenue has no speed bumps or humps in place to reduce the speed of drivers on that road. There are a number of children, oh, missed a space there, move over, put it back in, who are resident in the area and cross this road, there you go, between vehicles that are parked on a regular basis. At the moment, drivers are at points racing along the road with no concern for their speed and the safety of the children. I ask you to investigate this issue with a move to implement speed humps and bumps. There you go. Nice little story there. Notice these things here are underlined. I'm going to right click to see what happens here. They're basically saying you want to use different words. Oh, that one's red, that's a spelling mistake. This is sort of checking my grammar and saying that you sure want to do that. In reality, I like the way I've written it, so I'll leave it at that just now. And of course, some sort of ending thing, regards, and my name. So, I've gave a work address. I should have maybe done a personal address, but I'm going to leave it like that. So that's a basic letter there. I want to save this, so where it says document, click there, you can rename it now, and I shall call it MSP letter. Then I'll highlight with the mouse this section here and look for the justification section. I'll push it to the right so it's right justified. What I think I will do is I'll leave a little space here and possibly a comma there to make it look better. And this area here, I'll put those together on the same line, make it bold to emphasise it's for Mrs. Grant. And that's basically it. That looks like a reasonable letter. So I've saved it somewhere. It should be saved somewhere inside my OneDrive area. Probably the best thing to do is to go back and look at it. I think I might format some of this first though. I'm going to highlight this paragraph here, and I've decided that I want to have the font a little bit bigger. Let's say size 12. That looks okay. And I think I'll produce an extra space here by pressing enter, and maybe enter here as well. So that's a basic letter there. I'm sure you come across different ways of writing letters in different formats, but this is the one I've chosen to do at the moment. So I'll leave that there just now. Coming up with some of that red with Mrs. and Mr. and all the rest of it. So let's see what it says. If you go to Pretty Sure It's Review, you've got spelling and grammar, so I'll select that there. So I'm going to ignore this for the bit it says at the moment. I really want to start from the beginning. Maybe I have to click to the top. Here we go. There we go. So it's saying Mr. with a dot. So I'll put a dot in. If that's the way we expect it to be, we'll place a dot there. Continue doing the spelling and grammar. Mrs. is the same concept as well, so I'll continue doing that there. Again, it's saying you want to put a dot there. I don't usually put dots in there. I'm not sure if the right way of doing it these days is. I'm going to ignore this here. So notice it's the dots have disappeared underneath it. Ignore that there. I'm happy with the written things. And we'll do it again. There should be nothing else that pops up. So we're going to do little dots and the red error messages and things like that. There's lots there for word count as well. See how many words you've used, how many characters and things like that. Lots of little things in there. And I'm quite happy with this so far. It's basically been saved. If you notice it says saved there, it's automatically saving as you type. So you shouldn't lose too many changes if there's an issue and something crashes or something like that. But I'm happy with this. So I'm going to close that down. Right, there we go. And what I think I'll do, I'm looking here for the letter. I don't really see it, so I'm going to hit the refresh button and see what happens in the browser. There you go. I know it's popped up, so obviously I had to do that, so it should have changed there. So I can see I've got this MSP letter there. It's a recent one, obviously. There's recent down there too. What do little dots do? There's your different options in there. One is for opening it in Word on the standalone version on your own computer, or opening Word online. I can copy a link, which means take a link to give it to someone else to share it with someone. Or I can click that to share it, and then I send an email address. I'm pretty sure that pops up. There you go, email addresses. There's an option here for download. So what I'll do is, I'm going to do download to see what actually happens here. And it says here, do you want to download it? Yes, I do. And I'll say open that too. It might take a few minutes in this machine I'm on. It's not the fastest machine. I have had it on for a little while, so it might speed up. What it's really doing here is it's taking this MSP letter, there you go, and it's opened up in the desktop version of Word, or the offline version. I'll click edit so you can see it properly. Again, it'll take a few seconds. So this is basically the other version of Word. We've seen this kind of version of Word before. It's not the online version, it's the offline or desktop version. And of course, since I'm on desktop, if I want to, I can hit File, and there'll be a print option there, but no doubt there's a print option in the online version as well. Well, I hope that video's been useful to you.